Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of Sari Ki Sari Baatein. Thank you for watching this video, and this video is going to be a very special one. It's very special for me and for all, I guess it is going to be for all handloom lovers. Today we have a very special person whom we are representing in this video. She is behind this mastercraft, Mrs. Namita Abang. So when we started Apapi, it was not just about selling saris or handloom saris to be precise. We wanted to promote this craft. We wanted to promote every weaver or every craftsperson who is behind making those beautiful saris. So yes, as a handloom activist, as a handloom campaigner, we went to meet Mrs. Namita Abang and we are presenting how her day looks like, excerpts from the day that we spent with her and all the insights that we got from her. To introduce her, Mrs. Namita Abang is an extraordinary craftsperson. She is an extraordinary weaver. She has been practicing organic dyeing and she has been also practicing eco dyeing, which is a very new dyeing technique. At least, I mean, it is very new when in terms of practicing it in Assam. So, and she has been able to export many of her products too. Apart from that, what struck us and what actually made what was more impressive is her capacity to empower multiple women from a village. So as everyone knows, especially in Assam, weaving is mostly practiced by women, and I guess Assam and outside Assam, weaving is a community-driven occupation. So she has been heading a self-help group. She has been in forefront of that. She has been able to train whatever talent she has been able to train it to all the other fellow ladies staying in the same community, and that's how they are actually now even exporting the products. So it's quite inspiring. I felt it quite inspiring, and thus this fourth episode is all about the day that we have spent with her and the insights that we have got from her. So yes, this episode is about what motivated her to practice this handloom, what inspires her to practice this handloom, what all difficulties she has faced and how she started her journey, and why we should choose handloom over Palum. So I hope you like this episode. I hope you like this video.
Sounds of the bobbin is enticing, right? Just like the thread makes its way from the bobbin, we are left wondering with how did Mrs. Abang start her journey? After a long drive, we reached Mrs. Abang's home, where magic happens. We can see color stains on the ground, yarns prepared for drying, and a sari half made. We could not believe that this is happening. Obviously, sari has a beautiful turmeric border, as you can see. Actually, I was associated with SHG before I started handloom professionally. So the weavers with whom I'm working now, I know them before, I know them from my SHG days itself. With handloom, they are able to look after the family as well as they are able to earn for the family. So that's why I thought handloom will be the best to start with all the SHG members. We watched the weaver spin her magical hands to weave a unique garment. And should we say we were enthralled? It depends upon every weaver. So the weavers with whom I work from my SHG family, they belong from very poor families. So along with weaving, they also have to maintain their family. They have to look after their kids. They have to also complete their household work. So upon maintaining everything and then weaving, when they're completely focused, it takes around 7 days to make a sari. Otherwise, it can go up to 10 days. Here we see yarns being soaked with natural colors and kept for the colors to be fixated and to be dried. On inquiring how did she start organic dyeing, she responded, dyeing is quite labor intensive. The colors that we are able to extract from organic products is really interesting. For example, onion. We all buy onion from market, right? And throw away the onion peel. But from that onion peel, we are able to extract an elegant green color out of it. And it has medicinal properties as well, especially for skin. Then there are products like turmeric, black myrobalan. They have tremendous health benefit as especially for skin, and we are able to extract beautiful colors out of it. So yes, that is the reason why I practice organic dyeing. And if you're asking why, how do I practice organic dyeing? Yes, I first weave the garment, that is the sari. Then I wash it to clean the garment. After that, I dye and again wash it to ensure that color doesn't bleed. The concept itself is interesting. The colors that come out is really interesting, is really beautiful. Like when we work daily, we bring, for example, we bring a leaf to extract its color, and then when we see the color that comes out from every different leaf, it is really interesting. And because if we are using our garments daily, the chemical dyes that people use have a negative impact on their health. And that's why I thought that if we use organic colors, it will be helpful for it will be useful for a person's health. That's why I thought of practicing organic dyeing. What difference do you find in the saris or the garments made out of organic dyed fibers and chemically dyed fibers? Are there any commercial distinction? Actually, all the processed fibers like polyester and etc. Only on those fiber like chemical dyeing can be done. Now, and generally the silk. Which is reared at every household of Assam, or the organic fiber like cotton, we generally practice our organic dyes there. We cannot, we cannot practice our organic dyes on polyester. Only chemical dyes are done there, and organic dyes are always helpful. She discusses about the organic dyes. She showed us her recently done organic dyed garment, this beautiful airy shawl, and it's quite beautiful, right? And then we asked her parting thoughts with us. Do you have any parting thoughts for our viewers? Because you yourself is involved in weaving for a long time. In organic dyeing, you're involved. You have seen weavers, weaving day and night. Practicing organic dyeing, and you see there are a lot of chemical dyes available, a lot of parlour products available, which makes. So, what do you want to tell our viewers? Do you have any parting thoughts that you want to tell to our viewers?
Actually, কথাটোত এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ
Actually, yes. In lesser price, people are getting chemical dyes as well as they are getting products like from Parloom. But what the products which are made in Assam, which are organically dyed, has its own advantage. And people should always use products that are advantageous for them. Although a little high priced, but I feel people should go for products that are handmade and are organic. Her smile is infectious. It must have been a very hard year for her, but she doesn't let it show. She kindly offers us tea as we start to leave, and as we leave, these thoughts of her personality will be etched on our memories forever.